I did it. And not only did I do it, but I exceeded my own expectations. Got this month's box and actually started reading the book the same day. But wait, there's more. I finished this almost 400-page book in one day. So now I actually get to give you a review in this unboxing.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving pictures.
What's up, Doc?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
All right, well, this is month, I don't even know now if it's month 2 or month 3 of my 3-month subscription to the Once Upon a Book Club adult box. So the adult boxes are in pink, the young adult boxes are in teal. Opened it up and I thought, let's just grab the book out. I grabbed the book out. It is Emily Henry, the author of Book Lovers, which I haven't read. Happy Place. Now, this is not a book I would have picked up off the shelf, but I look forward to giving you my review in just a minute. So, there are 3 gifts. First one is page 97. I have a pretty good idea what this is. And the next one is 213. I need to contact the people at Once Upon a Book Club because I love their wrappings. The other is page 283. I love what they're putting them in. But I don't love page 213 or page 283. Like, it limits what I can use these for with that on it. So I wish they just like put a ribbon around it that said page 283. I understand not putting a sticky note because it may come off in shipping, but a ribbon with the page number on it, I think is a pretty good suggestion. If you agree with me, thumbs up on this video. I have a pretty good idea what this one is too. We'll get to that because I did do it a little different. I didn't open it as I got to the page like I should have because I wanted to do that with you guys and I didn't want to stop like reading to do that. Note, first thing I want to note, as always, we open it up, we take a look, nothing special about the outside. It's a nice pretty color to decorate with spring because I like to use books to decorate. But there was something totally different in this book. So I got to page 91 and I see this and I'm like, is this some type of accident? Like, what is this? So then I read, it says, "We Are the Champions" starts to play over phone speakers. And I'm like, okay. So I actually put my phone up to it to scan it, and sure enough, it's We Are the Champions on Spotify. So that was different. So I guess they're like maybe kind of collabing with Spotify or something. So first one, page 97. It is this one. And it says, Cleo gets her mushroom book. And I know you're thinking, what? So I can tell you that, yes, this is definitely a paperback book. So in the book, this character loves cozy mysteries. And they are in a bookstore called, get this, love this part. The bookstore is called Murder, She Read. Right? All you Murder, She Wrote fans, you're going to like this. And not only that, but later on, they do mention watching Murder, She Wrote. So, let's open this puppy up. And, oh wow, look at that. First of all, I just want to say, notice the same colors. Big Trouble in Little Creek Town, a Goddess Green Street mystery. New York Times best-selling author Katie Collins. Like, sorry, you know I have to sniff the book. Like, oh my gosh, we got 2 books? Like, we got 2 books. Now I almost want to hold off on, like, putting this up so I can read this one real quick and tell you what I think about this. Let's stop a moment just so I can talk a little bit more about the book. So, I had stated that it's not a book that I would pick up off the shelf. By the way, the theme to this month's was like BFF, like best friends. And there's a character, one of the main characters' name is Wyn, W-Y-N. But that's his nickname. His real name is a name I have never heard as like a personal name before. But his name is Wyndham. Exactly spelled like the timeshares that we own. Wyndham. Never seen that as a name before. So that was something different. As I'm reading, you know, like within the first 10 chapters, I'm like, this is like anybody that likes the movie Grown Ups would probably like this book. There's a lot of humor in it. The author has a pretty good sense of humor. So I'm thinking, okay, like the movie Grown Ups, they're going to like this book. Then later on, as you know, going into the book, there are some chapters that are really slow, more than halfway through the book. Almost, I'm at the point where, is it a little too much information? Like, you're starting to lose me. Like, just let's get on with it here. And this is one of those that you're like, you know, within the first 10 chapters, you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to spoil it. Let's just put it that way. You know, sometimes it ends just like you think it's going to end, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it does, but the way they get to it can really be a little different. I also felt like towards the end, I'm like, oh, I know what connection I'm making with this book. If you are a Friends, the TV series Friends fan, you will enjoy this book, because I felt like I was in an episode, or not a marathon, a Friends marathon. I felt like I was watching but yet reading a Friends marathon. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm hoping that anybody that does read it and they see where I'm coming from, I would love for you guys to like come back and comment below and tell me that yes, I totally understand the Friends connection. Like totally. It's, if you like Friends, you will like. Okay, let's open another one before I reveal anything else, my thoughts on the book. So the next one would be page 213. And so I am one of these that likes to totally guess what the item would be. And I knew before I even like picked that up, because I hadn't picked up the presents, the gifts from the box. I knew, I'm like, we're probably going to get a book, or it's going to be a journal with mushrooms on it. Anyway, so page 213, the sticky note will be right up underneath the clue of what it is. Kimmy spikes a beach ball right at us. So, yeah, this is totally a beach ball. Which kind of this is like, okay, so the lobsters. There is a reason that there are lobsters on this bag, and that is because it, basically most of it, takes place in Maine at the Lobster Fest. Or the week of the Lobster Fest. So that is why there are lobsters on this bag. And see, I mean, I can still use this bag for so many things. I just wish that number wasn't on it. And, yep, it is a beach ball. It says something. It's very glittery. I see words. And what does it say? Think of your happy place. And I know this is going to be like so hard for you guys to see. There we go. Think of your happy place. And then it has all these little purple sequins. And shoot, I'm up for a ball. So last one, 283. And then we're going to get more into what I think about the book. So, 283. The shower door unlatches and winds open. I hear the rasp of a towel being pulled from a hook and wrapped against skin. And I can totally tell you this is a towel. And I love the little like beach huts on this. Aren't they absolutely adorable? So, oh yeah, I didn't even think about looking in, and you can totally like look in there and tell it is a towel. And it is not what I was expecting. It just says, Win, the character, Win's beach towel. I hear the string of a towel being pulled from a hook and wrapped against skin. And it is just 100% cotton. So it doesn't seem like there's anything special about it. I'm not going to open it because I may use that as a gift. We have plenty of towels, so it really doesn't feel like a towel. You want to know what it really feels like? Honestly, it feels like a tablecloth. Like, it's not thick. Like, I don't know how you would consider that a towel. It feels like a tablecloth. Let me explain a little bit how the book flows. So there are like flashbacks. She's thinking back to certain times. So when she's in the current time of what's happening, the title will read Real Life. When she's thinking back, normally it'll say My Happy Place. But then you have a chapter like this. I love the title of this chapter. Not quite real life, but still Wednesday. So the chapter before was a real life chapter, and because of something that was happening in the chapter, the next title is called that. And when you're reading, you'll totally understand that. So I feel like I want to read her book, Book Lovers, even though I don't know what it's about, but any book with the name book in it, like, is like, hello, read me, type book. Just because I'm curious to know, is that her writing style? Does she put humor into all of her books? So I'm really, I'm up for checking it out. Plus, she mentions Billy Joel. And any book that mentions Billy Joel is a win-win for me. Pun intended. Get it? Win. One of the main characters. Win-win. Sorry, it was too easy. I had to do it. So, even though I read it in one day, it does not mean that I was so over the top with this book that I had to keep reading it. It was more of, I want to do this as a goal. Like, I was challenging myself to read an almost 400-page book in one day. And it was a day I actually worked. It was Friday, so I worked yesterday. Parts of it are a little more mushy-gushy and a little sexual. And those just aren't, I'm not opposed to reading it. It's just not something that I normally enjoy the most. You gotta, my main thing is nonfiction. So romance novels, and this is a part romance novel, that's not something I gravitate towards. But that is exactly one of the reasons that I get my book subscription boxes, is because they are normally books that I would not pick out for myself. And other than that one that I just could not finish reading, you'll have to watch that one. That was horrible. I finished them, and it was nice. This book was nice for me to read at this particular time because I have had so much going on this month, and I've been very blessed to not lose people. But on April 1st, a friend and coworker was tragically killed at work by a freak accident. And it was just one of those things where it was her time because it was such a freak accident. And then on the 4th, I found out a very close family friend has terminal cancer and has maybe 6 months. And then that evening, my mother-in-law passed away. And on the 11th, a woman that's kind of like a grandmother to me, her husband passed away. And then on the 21st, another friend that I actually help out every other week because he had Parkinson and she's on a walker. So I go every other week and I vacuum their house for them just because it's something she can't physically do anymore. And he passed away. No, not the 21st. 21st was my birthday. He passed away on the 20th. So it's been a lot in one month. And so that book is actually, I think what I needed was something just so, something I really didn't have to think about, because I'm always trying to figure books out, or I'm reading nonfiction where I'm trying to absorb and learn. So this partial romance book just took me out of my norm and just took me out of the real world for the time I was reading it. And I think that's something I really needed. So the timing was good on that book. So with that said, I think anybody that likes romance would definitely like it, and anybody that likes humor, and somebody just wants a light read to get away from maybe what they normally read. And it does make me want to read something else by the author. So in all, this box was just fine. I really like that you get two books in this box. Stay through the outro music and I will show a picture of what this book is about. And I will also show the back cover of this book so you know exactly what that book is about. If you're interested in book subscription boxes, I have other videos up. So check out my playlist of bookish vlogs. Is that what I called it? Bookish vlogs? I don't know. Bookish videos. Bookish something. I know the word bookish is in the playlist. So let me just redo this. Check out my bookish playlist. How easy was that? And I had to just go make it so hard. Until the next page.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place. Always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change.